This is the Northstars Show on Shaw Spotlight, episode 18 of season number 8. We've got a couple extra ones this season. Most seasons we get 16 in. This we got a couple bonus episodes. Joining me, Coach Glenn Laycock. Behind the camera, a guy that I'm going to hit up for a Shaw Spotlight toque. Finally got a little bit of grease from Shaw. I've been the longest running unpaid intern in their stable, I think probably across Canada. Got a Spotlight toque, and then Murphy, my kid, took it away on me. So Paulie, if you can get me a toque. So he's our merch guy now for the show. He does hair and makeup and executive producer. Paul Anderson does it all. I'm Bruce Krentz. We got this time under the coat. We don't have the coat. The King Minor jersey. It's Mun Cup coming up this weekend. Lots of buzz. We were interviewing some of the players the last few days. The rink is going to be decorated up right away. I played in 9, 10, and 11. I was an Islander in the first year. That was before the Arrows were even a thing. What years did you play?
I played in 7, and I was a Thompson Flames.
Oh,
I was thinking about the
Flames.
other day was the King Miners came. I think I was in midget when the King Miner name came in, but yeah, it was the Thompson Flame.
Wow. Yeah,
Lost in finals to Flim Flon 2-1.
Whew. Man, every week you've got a story of losing.
It's continuing, yeah.
Not 38 in a row, though.
Yeah.
personal losing streak. That is tough. And we were talking a little bit before just about how big the numbers were at the Mun Cup. And I thought it was because I was a little kid that I pictured that. But Paul dug up a video from our year, and it was 1,200 people in there. It was crazy.
I watched that on TV the other night on Shaw, and I was like, holy cow. But same thing, and I was saying, we had our game, and it was just as packed, and it was on the radio. The game was played on the radio, so.
Live on the radio. We should probably hit up CHTM to do joint coverage with us, or whatever you call that, simulcast.
Yeah, no, I mean, the kids love it, too. I mean, the parents love it as much, but it was such a big thing in the day, and it was Thompson's claim to fame, so it still is, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still such a big deal, and I really appreciate, I think, the volunteers that have kept that going. So, I mean, the rink is decorated like no other. You've gone to probably countless minor hockey tournaments. I have, too, and there aren't too many that put on the show that we do, and I don't think I'm saying that as a homer, because I've been to lots of things, and I want to support lots of people.
They do a great job. The people that in this community for everything, I mean, they show up and they do a very good job, and people are very excited to come, and now we have this great facility to even host it, so it's that much better.
It's amazing to be able to show it off. The thing they've done the last couple of years too, which I like and I know is sort of near and dear to your heart, is just the history. So down the hallway, they've got as many programs and pictures as they can of people almost right back to the start of Mun Cup. And now it's neat because we're seeing second generation, probably almost third generation kids.
Getting close to third, yeah.
Playing in the Mun Cup. So for them to be able to see their mom and dad and their aunts and uncles and even their neighbor down the street, it's pretty neat.
It's very exciting for people.
The mullets. The
mullets,
perms.
the
Did
perms.
you ever have a perm?
I never did, but I get to bug the guys that had perms, so it's good. I still bug those guys, and I think it was the Glenn Goodall, Kelly Edwards, and Kelly said he never did have a perm, but we got to check his picture. He definitely doesn't know. Yeah,
we got to fact check that. You're right. Glenn Goodall had one of the best perms going, and it took him a long way. I mean, he had a great career.
He had a very good career. Yeah, I wish I would have got a perm then.
Should have gone with the perm. You're right. Ricky Corman and Quentin Grindle were a couple guys on my team, and man, they had some dynamite perms. I was little bit jealous of that hair. Probably still a little bit jealous of their hair. Sort of along with some of the memorabilia that's going up in the hallway, we're going to do up the alumni room, Laycock's Lounge. Your spot before you took over the coaching. You were running the show up there. Trent doing a pretty good job up there lately.
Yeah, he's taken over the reins and fit in well, and I guess that's genetics taking over. But no, he's volunteering, so it's good. Giving back to what everyone else did, and for him, so it's good.
Totally. No chip off the old block. Kat said we're going to have a bunch of memorabilia, North Star memorabilia up there. Saturday night's game comes right after a bunch of the Mun Cup games, so kids can come in for free and catch a game. Maybe have to be wearing their jerseys.
I think that's what I heard from my wife, who is the treasurer. So if they wear their jerseys, then they get in free. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're hoping that we get lots of Mun Cup kids down here to cheer on the guys. We're going to need a boost this weekend. We're up against a tough opponent.
Yeah, the Braedin team is the Southwest there that we have a tough time against. But, we went into Thrashers and a little bit of the same. We took a good beating there from 2 Thompson guys coaching. Yeah. It was 12-2. And then we went into Eastman and played them well again. It was 3-2 late. We took a penalty, I think, or they scored to make it 4-2, and then it fell apart. But Peconic kept us in the second. He played unbelievable, he stopped the penalty shot, and then I think he might have had 2 breakaways, but he played unbelievable. And then we went into play the Wild, and that wasn't good because I think we were missing, Jamie was suspended, Jamie Valentino, and then Ryan Monias got hurt on Saturday night, and McKay got hurt. So we had a very small lineup going in to play the best team in the league, and it was 11-0 after the second. Oof. So the good thing that happened, and I was very impressed by these kids, is they didn't give up because we were scared we were going to lose 20-0. They went out and won the third period and with a smaller lineup and their third game of the road trip, and it shows good signs for the players that are coming back next year. Beauchamp, Lohanen, Foe, not Peconic, but Melsted stood on his head in the third, but they didn't give up. So that's a good sign, and it's easy to give up. And those guys they're a great team, and they didn't stop, and they came at us, and they kept coming at us, but you could see even Sam McDonald's very upset, and he didn't want any more goals against them, and it's good to see. Mm-hmm. If we take anything, that's what we take from that road trip, and the kids came out in that third period, and they were trying the whole game. It's just that they're so talented. And, the shots, and it's quality shots against Melsted, but in the third period, they completely shut down the Wild, so.
Which is huge, and I know we won't pull a clip from earlier in the year, but that was one of the things that was frustrating you, was that we were down by 2 goals and all of a sudden everybody gives up. So to be at the end of the year when really playoffs are kind of out of reach and down 11-0, and the guys are still
and it could have easily been 20-0 with the way the game was going, and the kids kept fighting, and it was good to see them, like I said, mad, and they weren't playing dirty at all. They were just playing like hockey players should. Yeah. So it was good to see.
Well, that's huge, and hopefully we can carry some of that into this weekend, especially when we've got the Munn Cup coming, and it's our second last home weekend. So we want to show off a little bit, get a couple.
Well, and then we just got to build off that third period against the Braedin and try to keep them off the scoreboard right away, and if we can do that and keep teams in there and get them off the bus, or because they're going to probably travel on the Saturday, and get some bus legs, and everything counts, and that's what we need, and take them in, and our goaltenders are good, and that can keep us in the game, and we can get them in late. Who knows? Yeah. You just got to, because they're another team that come at you, and they'll try to score 6 goals right off the hop, so we just got to shut them down.
For sure. We're looking forward to having Chase Muswagon over in the fireplace right away. Another one of the guys that just hasn't quit all year.
Well, he's like I said earlier, he's been helping out the team. He's been playing forward and defense, back and forth, and it's not easy to do that, and especially on a losing team where you're playing defense, and the last line defense is usually you, and he's getting caught and look in certain spots as well as the other defensemen, but. He was another one that was on the third period, wasn't giving up, and he's going as a 17-year-old. You like to see that. You like to see these kids changing, because when they go on to play next year, that's what you have to be, because whatever role you're going to pick up. And Keaston Saunders was playing forward this weekend and did very well. So. Wow. Yeah.
Shook that up a bit. And you're right, it's a hard thing, I think, for these guys to internalize. But at 17, you guys are starting to get the phone calls from different places asking, who are these kids? And the questions that they're asking you from the other teams isn't how many goals did they get, or they can watch the Shaw footage, but they want to know, how does he act between periods?
The biggest question is, does he go to school?
Really?
And that's the whole basis of this organization, is the school part, and we try to explain that to the kids, but that's the first thing they ask, because that's the starting point. There's so many hockey players, but if they're not going to listen and go to school and do the right things, then someone else will be there to take that spot. So. And then they ask about leadership qualities and that, and you can see certain kids changing on this team. Hopefully we get a couple of those ones back, like Foe and Peconic next year, because they're true leaders, and you need that.
Yeah. We're going to get there. We've got them. We've got a 2-on-1 coming right up. We've got a couple games this weekend against Southwest. We've got Braedin.
Yeah, it's
Braedin.
Braedin, yeah.
You faked me out because I thought it was Braedin. Then we said
Braedin.
it's all the same thing.
It's the same.
All the same place. We got the Mun Cup stuff coming up, and then we got one last weekend, so we want to get lots of people out cheering and finish the season off right. It's Coach Glenn Laycock. Thanks for joining me. We're taking it right away to a 2-on-1. Three-on-one on the Northstars Show. I got Melsted, Henry Much, and Hunter Rambow. Henry just got his 100th game with the Northstars. You played that one on Sunday. You're going to get the big ceremony and everything this weekend. A few thoughts on 100 games as a Northstar?
I don't know. It feels pretty good, I guess. 100 games.
Did you think the first time that you skated with the Northstars, did you think that you'd end up with 100 games? Do you think you'd stick around this long?
No, to be honest. No.
Didn't really think about it? Can you remember the first game and the feeling when you went out on the ice? Were you nervous, excited, or just...
My first game, I was pretty nervous, and I don't know, I was really scared, to be honest, because the pace was so fast. But then, like, my first shift, I think it was my first, second or third, I almost bingoed, but I hit it over the netting. So, but it was still scary.
Started to settle in after that. Do you ever think about the fact that now you're that guy? There's some 15-year-old out there that's thinking, holy man, look at him. Does that ever cross your mind?
Sometimes, yeah.
To be honest, yes.
Yeah.
It does. And 2 goals on the weekend. We didn't see either of them, but talk us through those. Beauties or just garbage?
They were
What would your friends say?
garbage. They would say it was garbage goals, yeah. My first goal was from, was it you? Hunter? Jamie and Hunter. Or was it you? No.
It was from Jamie.
Yeah,
It was from me.
Yeah, first goal's from Jamie. It was, he went around the net and then gave it to me and I just tapped it in, empty net. And then the second goal, it was from him and Jamie. But that was a garbage goal too because it was just a tap into empty net.
Still counts. Somebody's got to tap them in, and then Jamie got kicked out, and then the chem's gone. You guys were rolling.
Yeah.
Do all those sound like, was he telling the truth there?
Yeah, the other guys did all the work, and he was just standing in front there.
It's my 100th game. You guys owe it to
Yeah.
me. Just give me the puck. Give me the puck. Mun Cup episode of the Northstars Show. Just before we did the 3-on-1, fondest but quick Mun Cup memory.
My probably would be the last game, Constellation, and I played pretty good, and I got like goaltender, got the goalie award, best goalie award.
Yeah, for the tournament.
Yeah, so it was fun.
It's pretty good. Mun Cup.
I never played in the Mun Cup tournament.
Okay, that's been 3-on-1. You got to play in the Mun Cup on the Mun Cup edition. And Hunter, we confirmed the story. You did score with 6 seconds left.
13 seconds left.
13 seconds left to win the Mun. Break the hearts of
Yeah.
Thompson.
Broke it off in King's hearts.
Beauty. Maybe Paul can drop that in. Okay, it's a 3-on-1. Henry got his 100th game, so we're picking on him just a little bit. You got a question for him?
So in Hero, yes. If you had to delete 3 apps, if you had to delete every app from your smartphone except 3, what 3 would you have on there?
What 3 would I have?
You can
only keep 3.
Okay,
What 3?
Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook.
Big social media guy. Are you busy on all 3 of those all the time?
Yeah.
Snap's your number 1.
Yep.
Is he on his phone a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Checks out. What you got?
Who's the baddest on the team?
Baddest or fattest?
Baddest.
I don't know. This is pretty hard because we have a lot of bad guys, but maybe Jamie or this guy, Hunter, one of those 2.
If you could date any actress, who would it be? If you're Henry's girlfriend, don't listen right now.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Bad question. All right, you got a better question?
Who is the teammate that annoyed you the most this year, but in like a good way?
Maybe Caden Ross.
Oh yeah, and what do you do?
He just bothers me all the time on the bus.
Just bugs you. Is there anybody that's like a prankster, jokester on the team?
Who's the jokester?
Like the shaving cream in the shoes and the taping up your pants. All that
JR,
kind of stuff.
but he's gone. Probably JR, but he's gone now. So
Too much prankstering, not enough practicing.
Yeah.
If you could play any sport in the Olympics other than hockey, what would it be?
Ping pong? Is there ping pong?
Yep.
Yeah, ping pong.
Tennis. You guys?
Downhill skiing.
Oh, like Super G or more like
That'd be freestyle.
That's the one I was looking for. I wouldn't do moguls, so those guys, their knees got to be cooked in about a week. Like, that's insane. Olympics, if you could.
probably tennis, so I can make those loud noises.
I always say tennis is a better choice than hockey because you play in such beautiful places. Like, those guys are in Australia, New York, and most of your hockey career you're in like stinky arenas. You got another question for me?
Who is your favorite line mate this year, like to play on the ice with?
I'm gonna even broaden that out, or to ever as a North Star.
Yeah, ever
Jamie Valentino.
Wow, shout out Jamie on that one. You don't get that one because you don't really have line mates. Who's your favorite line mate?
Probably Sheldon. Got me a lot of points last year, so I thank him for that.
He's a pretty good guy. I snapped him a couple days ago because did you see that little article in the newspaper where he got Rookie of the Month, but his hair was terrible. I called him and said he should get a haircut. He said it's an old picture. He's got it tuned up, but even in his snap, it looked. Sheldon, you still need another haircut. We know he watches the show. You got another question?
Who's the most handsome on the team?
Can't be you.
Blake Lahonen.
Do you agree with him? Who do you think the most handsome guy on the team is?
Most handsome guy on the team? Probably Caden Ross, to be honest.
Oh, he is a pretty good-looking guy.
Most handsome.
Most handsome.
I'm gonna go. Probably has the nicest hair, and he's handsome. Rylan Pekoniak.
I thought he was gonna say Jordan Foe, to be honest.
You lost the hair on that one. Toughie. My last one, favorite thing to do on the bus?
Just lay in my backseat, my 3-seater, just lay there and listen to music.
He's got the 3-seater, super vet status?
Yeah, he's got the 3-seater, and then everybody else is just chatting, having fun, playing games, and then he's back there listening to music, sleeping, or eating chips.
Yeah. Chips are the road food? What's your road food on the bus?
My road food, it's on the way down, a lot of fruit, and I packed some sandwiches for lunch. On the way back, it's chocolate bars and chips from the gas station.
Chicken fingers and fries. Yeah. Rambow, road snacks?
I always buy those go-go squeezes.
Oh, yeah?
Those little, I don't even know what to call them.
I don't like those at all, but whatever. You got one more question?
What can I ask you? That's a good one to send off here. What's been the most memorable part about your 3 years of being on the North Stars?
Great question.
Off ice, on ice.
Off ice is probably meeting new guys, new friends, and on ice, scoring my first hat trick this year.
I love that. You got one more?
Who's your favorite roommate or roommates?
How many guys when you're rooming together? 4 in a room?
3
usually. 4.
Well, I like staying with Caden because he's funny and cool. Yep, sure.
Oh, this past weekend's room.
Oh, this past weekend's room was too bad. Bad kids. I had Hunter, Brandon Hill, and Jamie Valentino. They were bad, but they were cool, I guess.
I know you got 2 goals. It wasn't the end of the world. 3 guys that all have 100 games, 300 games worth of North Stars right here. We've got Henry Muchikekwanape, the most recent 100-game club member, Braedin Melsted, and Hunter Rambow right here. It's 3-on-1. It's Fireplace 5-minute major with Chase Muswagon. Chase, let's start off at the start. Where's your home?
The Paw, Manitoba.
And best and worst thing about moving to Thompson from the Paw?
Best thing would probably be playing up north here. What am I trying to say here?
Hockey?
Playing better hockey, and then meeting new people, having different chances to get noticed. And worst thing would probably be not living away from my parents and family.
And the weather? Do you find it? Somebody else from the Paw said they honestly found it colder here. You think that's true?
On some days, yeah. Last week it was like minus 50 for a couple days, and yeah, it's pretty bad.
That is harsh. Tell us about your minor hockey career. So how old were you when you started playing, and what kind of teams have you played on to end up at the Northstars?
I started playing hockey when I was 6 when I lived in Winnipeg. And then when I was 7, I moved to the Paw and then played for Huskies all the way till I was 15. And then I played Norman Wolves, and then I played the Midget A Huskies 2 years ago, and then the last 2 years I played for the Northstars.
Whew, that is one crazy journey. Last time we talked to you on the 2-on-1, you just briefly mentioned that you went to Europe one time with Team Canada. So I want a little bit more info on that. So tell us that story. That's crazy.
Geez, I think I was in a tournament in Regina, and after one of my games, I got a letter from, I don't even know who it was, but I opened it, and then it was like an invite to the Team Canada thing in Calgary. So my parents looked into it, and then we got everything figured out, and then we made all our plans and stuff to go. And then we were in Calgary for a week before, doing practice and all that, meeting the team. And then we were in Europe for 15 days. We went into Germany, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and where was the last one? Jeez, I didn't even know. Yeah, it was a really good experience. I met a lot of good people. One of my teammates that was on that team, he's projected 2nd in the NHL draft right now. So he's going pretty good in hockey.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. So this wasn't an internet scam. Do you think at first when your parents opened it up, they thought it was someone trying to like scam you, steal your money?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a scam or something because, not a lot of people get a chance to go play in Europe.
No kidding. And so how old would you have been? And was this over the summer that you did it, or like a spring league kind of thing?
I think I was Pee-wee, so I want to say 12 or 13.
12, 13 probably.
And it was like in the middle of August, I went for 15 days.
Oh, what an amazing trip. And did your parents go with you? They tagged along with the team, or were you on your own?
Oh, no, they came with me because they wanted to go to Europe too.
Of course, when you get a chance like that. Man, so you said that Prague was probably one of the favorite things, but do you remember anything else? Were there any other big highlights from that trip? Or just seeing Europe and cruising around?
Yeah, I was too young to really notice everything, so everything was kind of a blank now.
But what a totally amazing trip, and it's obviously put you on a good path. Since then, was that one of those things that maybe really solidified your love of hockey? Did it kind of make you think, man, this is a great game, and I'm pretty good, and I want to keep going with this?
Yeah, it did, because like it just showed where I can go in hockey. There's so many leagues out there that if I make them, I have so many more chances to go anywhere I want. So.
Amazing stories. Flashing back a little bit before that, I'm wearing the King Minor jersey because it's Mun Cup this weekend, and we're kind of shouting out the Mun Cup episode. You said you played in the Mun Cup. It probably isn't as exciting for you as some of the Thompson kids because, Thompson and the Paw, we hate each other till we get to know each other and play together. But do you remember playing in the Mun Cup? Anything come to mind?
Yeah, I was second year Adam. I was captain for the Adam A team, and we were in the finals against the Thompson team. Mikey Barron was on that team, and I remember I scored a hat trick in that game, and we went to overtime, and I got a penalty with like a minute left into overtime, so I couldn't shoot in the shootout. So I was just waiting on the bench, just watching everything.
Oh, man.
And then our goalie just didn't let anything in, so we won.
Stood on his head.
Yeah.
Who?
Lance.
I don't remember that name, but how much did that sting to be stuck on the bench watching your friends do that? You probably would have got to shoot in the shootout if you had 3 goals already.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Oh man, stinger. Who were some of the other guys growing up that you remember playing with that you really liked playing with? Some of the guys from the PA maybe, or maybe there's a few of the Bantam Wolves.
I've always played with Brandon Hill, Hunter Rambow. I've played with him quite a bit. For Wolves, I played with Jamie, Mikey, Marco, Braedin. Mostly all the guys I'm playing with now. So I know a lot of people. So
That's a pretty neat story, actually. That because it's now been quite a few years that you guys have been playing together and teammates, and you've known each other. So that's a beauty. I'll throw the other one. It's probably the same answer, but some of the favorite guys that you're playing with this year on the Northstars.
probably Jamie, Brandon, and then Morgan Beauchamp. He's a fun guy.
Yeah, no kidding. We had him. Well, that 2-on-2 last week was awesome. The 2 Morgans did so good. They were. My mom loved it. She said, "Who are these 2 Morgans?"
Yeah.
That one was a lot of fun for sure. What are some of the things that you like to do outside of hockey? So you can't play hockey. You can't go to Europe every summer. So what are some of the other things you like to do?
When I'm not playing hockey, I'm usually just hanging out with my girlfriend or sleeping.
All right.
I don't really do anything else. So.
Not at the same time. we were kind of hoping for hitting the gym and doing advanced physics, but I'll take sleeping.
I like sleeping a lot, so.
That is great. So you're a 17-year-old this year. What's the plans for next year?
Hopefully make a junior A team or go into Saskatchewan with my old billet brother, Mitchell Reed.
Oh, nice.
Playing for the Alpaca Thunder, I think. So hopefully make one of those teams.
Yeah, for sure. Playing junior's got to be your first choice, but spending a winter with Mitchell, that'd be pretty fun.
Oh yeah, I'd take that over everything.
Be great. If you could play for any junior team, Blizzard, would that be your first choice, or is there someone else you'd like to play for?
Yeah, I'd like to play for the Blizzard because hometown hockey, and so everyone would know me. So.
It'd be good. Actually, I'll throw you this one first. One of your favorite coaches or most memorable coaches you've had growing up?
Probably Andre Murphy. He taught me how to skate better and just how to be a better hockey player overall.
And that was one of your coaches in the PA?
Yeah.
Good shout out. Season highlight so far for you this year. It hasn't been, the greatest year. I'm sure at the beginning of the year you pictured a lot more wins and probably a few more highlights. But anything stick out for you, either on the ice as some memorable games or even just anything's on the trips?
Just I don't know, the feeling of winning against a really good team high in the league. It feels good, and then just being on the road trip with everyone, it's always fun.
Do you like the switch in the bus trips, so not the overnight thing, but leaving in the mornings, or do you care?
I don't know. I preferred last year how we went overnight, so I'm sleeping the whole time, and then we're in Winnipeg or Brandon or somewhere.
I was going to say, bad question for a guy that just loves to sleep, and you sleep pretty good on the bus. What's your routine? Pillow, blanket?
I can sleep on a rock, so I sleep anywhere.
I love it. Last one, favorite NHL player that you could spend a day with, and what would you do?
Probably Jonathan Toews because he's from the city and so am I. I've always looked up to him, and I don't know, he's just a really good hockey player, and I just like him.
He's great. My brother-in-law and Jonathan Toews' dad worked together at the University of Manitoba, so he kind of knows Jonathan. He's been to all the Stanley Cup parties when he brought the cup and stuff, and he said from a younger than you can imagine, he was just a super hard worker, but they say just an absolute dynamite guy. So great pick, because what better role model? What would you do with him?
I don't even know. No, I don't know. Anything really.
I like to rent some ice and get him to show you some moves.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
That and get him to buy dinner because he's got lots of money.
Yeah.
Chase Muswagon, it's a 5-minute major. That's it. We are done here with another Northstars Show. It's episode 18. I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. I want to thank some of the people we had on the show. 3-on-1, 300 games, 300 plus games with the Northstars. Hunter Rambow, Braedin Melsted, and the absolute newest member to the club, Henry Muchikekwanape. Congratulations to them. Come on down Saturday night. Watch Henry get his 100-game watch and watch our guys take on the Brandon Wheat Kings. They're here for 2 games. We got Saturday night, Sunday afternoon. That's sandwiched in with the Mun Cup. It was a Mun Cup episode, 49th annual, coming up this weekend. They've got all kinds of memorabilia that'll be out throughout the arena. Games start Friday morning bright and early. They run all the way through to Sunday afternoon. Finals are around 4. Please join us for the opening ceremony, 12:45. Some of the Northstars will be leading the kids out. It's going to be a great time. Free pancakes too. Congratulations to the Mun Cup organizing committee. We got another great one coming up. Our fireplace 5-minute major with Chase Muswagon. He's a beauty. And Coach Glenn Laycock off the top. It's the Northstars Show on Shaw Spotlight.